All of your work files for this particular section are in the usual place. They will either be on your DVD that you purchased, or they will be in your download files that you downloaded from the internet when you purchased this course. Now, the files that we need for the work sharing and the work sets will be the central file that I've got open here in Revit right now, and also your local files. Now, as we work through this particular section, you'll see which one's which because they're named appropriately. So let's look into work sharing in a little bit more depth. We need to think about the work set definitions. Now, the work set definitions are pretty clearly defined in Revit Structure. A work set is a collection of related elements in a project. So each user creates work set elements that have to synchronize to the central project. So these would be things like an exterior shell of a building, the site, interior partitions, and so on. And you can define in each work set what that local user is working on. And that is all they can work on. It's all locked down so that basically they can't go and work on somebody else's part of the project. So there are work sets created automatically for families, project standards, materials, line styles, views, and so on. Work sets can be checked out so that others can't modify them without permission. So if you've defined a work set for someone to work purely on, let's say, slabs, they can't then go and edit beams. So they have to get permission from the CAD manager or BIM manager who controls the central model for that. Now, the central file is created by the BIM manager, the project manager, project lead, whatever that particular title is, and it's stored normally on a server. And the local files, the work sets, are stored locally on each individual's PC or laptop. So this central file is the main file that holds all of the work sets, and it's the file to which everyone saves their changes. It's never normally edited directly. That's the whole idea. The local files add the information to the central file. Now, you can borrow elements where modifying items in the project that are not part of the work set you've checked out might need working on. So you can borrow these elements, but you have to get permission from the person that controls the central file. That's the whole idea. So if you want control of, say, some beams when you're working on slabs and someone has got that work set checked out, you can't go and edit it, but you can apply to borrow it when that particular work set is available. So the general process of using work sets is you create a local file from the central file that is set up by the project manager. You then open that and work on that work set. Make sure that work set is active, and that's the work set where you place your new elements, your beams, your slabs, columns, whatever you're working on. You then add and modify those elements as needed, save the local file frequently as you would any other Revit project, and then several times a day you synchronize with the central file. And what you do is you make sure that you save your local file every time you save to that central file, so that the updates are consistent in both files, both local and central. That's how easy it sounds. In practice, there is some methodology that needs to be maintained. And as we go through these exercises, I'll be showing you how to do that.